Hello and welcome. Oh, welcome back to the stream. It is I. Hi Delta. I hope you had a nice break from my voice. I had a nap. I had lunch and then I had a nap, and my cat only just let me up. So if you hear a cat crying in the background, she's just whinging because she wanted me to stay in bed with her. And also I won't let her outside because she's too dumb to survive in the wild. If you think that I'm a bimbo, you should see my cat. She defines bimbo. Hello Ricochet, good to see you. Ugh. Yeah, I had a nana nap. I did have a nana nap. It was nice. It was nice. Alright, let's bring up the spelling bee. Cool. Alright, we got the letter A, the letter T, the letter D, the letter E, the letter B, the letter I, and we have to use the letter C. Acid. Acidated? Acid. Acidic. Six points. Tacit. Diced. Dieted. No, there's no C in that. You've been relaxing and chilling on RuneScape. That sounds fun. I was having like weird fever dreams while I was sleeping, so it's probably better that I got up. Yeah, my brain does some weird things. Excited? Oh my god, my cat is on down the hallway whinging. I don't think you can hear her because of the new mic. Acetate? Oh! We did it. We did it. We finished. My throat is so bloody sore. Diabetic. Yeah, it's done. It's done. We done gone finished it. Wow. Unfortunately, we don't get to try any other words because it's finished. It's gone. Goodbye. The mini crossword. Diabetic and dictated would have been good though. They would have been good. Salsa, hummus, queso? Queso? Is that how you say that? I think so. Dips. I think those are dips. US state capital that rhymes with 9 across. Yes and no. What broadcasters are on? Stations? Nope. Oh my god, she's crying. I think there must be a delay because you guys are giving me the answers to questions that I answered like 2 minutes ago. I think there's a big delay. I'm not really sure what's happening. John something tractor company. How would I know what American tractors are? Boiling mad. Indignant? But that doesn't fit. Sorry, I have a prior commitment. Laborer in medieval time is a serf. More than likely, I would assume. Right. A touchdown is worth 6. Abbreviation. I don't know. Breakfast chain typically open. Breakfast chains typically open 24 hours a day. Is that Denny's? Is that a breakfast chain? I don't know. US state capital that rhymes with 9 across. Okay, well there's 50 states. Like, do you just want me to pull one out? John Dairy? Deer? Probably deer. Let's try that. And how do you know that? How do you know that? What else have we got? Point. Okay, so it's an abbreviation for the word point. Okay, sure. Boiling mad. Breakfast chain. State capital. State capital that starts with a P. Do I even know any state capitals? Yes and no. Societal equal. Peer. That's probably peer. That's probably peer, I reckon. Oh, this could be irate. Boiling mad, irate. Okay. What broadcasters are on? The air? But then that wouldn't be the right answer. John Deere is a predatory farm equipment manufacturing company similar to Monsanto. Oh, so they're famous for being assholes. I gotcha. I got you. I was like, what a strange thing to know. Oh, IHOP. Is IHOP the breakfast chain? Is IHOP the breakfast chain? There's a chain called IHOP, right? But didn't they change it to IHOP? All right, I don't think the abbreviation for a football point is PNT, because I think this is the air. And I think this is yes and no. Sort of. I mean, we did it. We don't know why we did it, but we did it. I got IHOP Ricochet. I don't know what the delay is, but you seem to be a few minutes behind. It sucks. It sucks. I don't know. The internet is taking a while to get to you all the way in the other side of the world, I guess. Let's have a look. Shush you. We got dips. Pierre? I don't know. Yeah, sort of, and Pierre. What a dumb crossword. What a dumb crossword. I'm against it. You're going to toggle low latency mode? Sure. Why not? That'll just mean I'm doing the puzzles all by myself, and if I've solved them, it means I'm a genius. Alright. On to connections. Yay. YouTube probably. It could be YouTube, but I think Hyperbovian's a bit behind as well. He seems to be a bit behind. We got press, we got close, we got welcome, we got stamp, open, speech, handy, address, petition, envelope, push, accessible, name, nearby, assembly, and exit. I need some tea, my throat hurts. Wow. Lots of similar words. Yeah, I'm just having a look. Just having a look. Seeing what could happen. Nearby, accessible. Handy. Nearby, handy, accessible. Press close and close. Close, handy, accessible, and nearby. What do we reckon? I reckon that's one. Conveniently located. All right, we got one. That is good. We did get one. We did get one. It's we're trying our best. It's hard out here. It is hard out here. My throat is sore. My throat is very sore. I don't want to do anything tomorrow. Why can't I win the lotto? My body hurts and I just want to be rich and lie around in bed all day. Maybe I should get a really, really, really rich husband to sponge off. Hello, Dango. Good to see you. Where's my rich husband at? I don't want to do stuff. I need to do nothing all day. That sounds good. Does anyone want a stay-at-home wife? Anyone that's super rich so I don't have to do stuff? I'm really tired. Press, push, open. Press, push, open, and no, close is gone already. You all want a rich husband? Yeah. Why aren't there more rich husbands for us? Why aren't there more rich husbands for us to marry? We've got a shortage of rich husbands. Where are they all, please? We need you. A speech and an address are the same thing. Speech, address, assembly, petition? Nah, maybe not. Speech, address, welcome. Open, address, welcome, speech. Oh, there's a cat on the desk. No one freak out. What are you doing? Hey, Nori. Are you going to your cat tree? That's okay. You can go over there. Are you coming back? Yeah, make a noise sneezing to hear so everyone can hear you, Bubby. Everyone wants to hear you. They think you're so cute. You okay? I don't know if you heard that, but the cat was making a cat noise. There you go. Hello. Oh, careful, that's the microphone. What you doing? What you doing? Can you move your bum from my face, please? It's very unpleasant. Oi. Oi. Hey. What you doing? Where you going? I can see your tummy. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Boop. Alright, she's gone because I touched her tummy. She said, how dare you? Yeah, I got her tummy. It's so cute. She's got this white patch on her tummy, so I grabbed it. I grabbed her tummy. And she said, no, I shall not tolerate that behavior. And she ran away. Speech, petition, address, assembly. Yeah, let's go with ricochets, I think. Speech, petition, address, assembly. Nope. Nope. It doesn't like us. How rude. How rude. How dare you not accept my answer? Aw, I would kind of want my cat to chill out with me. That would be cute. I should put a camera on her cat tree so everyone can see her having a sleep when she's up there. That would be cute. Stamp, press, push, stamp, press, push. What else? Name, assembly, exit, welcome, address, speech, envelope, petition, open. Okay, that's probably not one. I thought that might be like bashy. I got nothing. I got nothing. I can't do it. I'm too dumb. Boop. Petition, push, press, address to bring attention to something. Oh, yeah. I like that. Petition. Push. Press and address. Nope. We're all out of ideas, guys. What are we gonna do? What am I gonna do? BitConnect. And my wife left me because I lost a lot of money on cryptocurrency. What am I gonna do? Does anyone know the BitConnect guy that I'm talking about? He's like, what am I gonna do? Yeah. He spent all his money on crypto, and his wife got mad at him, as you would. I mean, as you would. See, it's kind of better to like have no husband or a poor husband than a husband that like loses all your money on the crypto market, I would say. I'd say that's probably not good. I would say that's probably bad. It's probably bad. I don't know. I don't know. Life is hard. Doors. Exit, open. Press and push. Open, press, push. Exit. Open, push. Have you ever seen press written on a door? Have you ever seen press? I guess there's buttons sometimes, isn't there? There's a button at my gym. Yeah, let's try that. Nope, we've only got one chance left and then we're failures. Maybe envelope, name, address. Envelope, name, address, and stamp are all things on an envelope. Oh, that's because I got the exit still there. I got nothing else. I'm trying that. Needs for sending a letter. Needs for sending a letter. Okay. That was so obvious. I think we missed that because it was so obvious, to be honest. We've only got one chance left, so I don't know what we're gonna do. Didn't we already try speech petition assembly press? I think we did. We tried speech petition address assembly. What is speech petition assembly? Like in freedom of association? Oh, like First Amendment stuff. I got you. We can try that. Speech petition. Freedom of assembly, freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom to petition? I mean, we got nothing else. First Amendment freedoms. Open, push, welcome, and exit. Oh my god, what a mind effer. Stupid. That was dumb. Screw you, New York Times. You're just little assholes over there, aren't you? Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm in New York. I'm going to get a coffee. I'm walking here. Although, I don't know if anyone follows like the bodega cats. Those like, I guess they're like milk bars in or corner shops in America, in New York. They're called bodegas, and a lot of them have cats. And then there's like a page on Instagram where you can look at the cats. Bodega cats, and it's called bodega cats, and I like that. I like the cats. The cats are cute. I like to look at them. I rate all of the cats 10 out of 10 because 11 out of 10 because they're good boys. They're good boys and girls, and I like them. I like them a lot. Ooh, 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 boop, boop, boop. I don't want to get out of bed tomorrow. So sad. Okay, let's have a look at, I guess, America attacking the pharmaceutical benefits scheme. Thank you, Trump. We love you. You're a top bloke. Are you gonna play? Why aren't you playing?
The pharmaceutical lobby has warned we could miss out on critical new medicines as Donald Trump puts pressure on big pharma in the United States.
It's putting some of our biggest drug manufacturers on a collision course with the White House, and our benefit scheme is caught in the middle.
It's the medical magic that buys life-saving drugs in bulk, then sells them to Australians at a fraction the cost. Now drug makers claim problems with this.
If anyone sees any painkillers, let me know. I need to reach through the screen and get them. I want all the opioids and opiates. Give them to me so my body doesn't hurt anymore. Imagine if that was just like Percocet or something. And I could just go swimming in there. How happy would I be? I would be so happy.
77-year-old pharmaceutical benefit scheme are blocking important treatments.
Of over 300 medicines that have been launched worldwide, only 27% of those have actually been listed on the Australian PBS.
Some of Medicines Australia's members are now locked in a standoff with the Trump White House. The president ordering...
Did you see that guy standing behind Trump that looks like his, that looks like he just sniffed his own fart and he really liked it? Look at this dude. Let's go back.
Ordering drug makers slash...
No, that wasn't back far enough.
Makers slash...
Go back.
And ordering drug... White House.
Oh, we almost missed him. There he is. Watch him, watch him. He looks like he smelt his fart and it smelled really good.
off with the Trump White
See?
House. The president
Did you
ordering
see?
drug makers slash America's notoriously high medicine prices and sell in the US at no higher than the best price available in developed nations.
In fact, decisions are already being taken to delay bringing new medicines to Australia because of the uncertainty coming out of the US policy settings.
Anthony Harris expects the government to keep drug costs low for patients, but the Monash health economist warns our PBS could cost the government far more than the current $14 billion a year.
Where the concern might be is if prices begin to rise, the taxpayer will have to pay more money, or will have to borrow money.
You know what we should do? We should just steal all the patents, and we should just make our own drugs. What are they gonna do? Invade Australia because we start our own manufacturing companies? I mean, these things are just chemicals. These things are either synthesized or, you know, whatever. We grow opium poppies in Tasmania. There's heaps of opium farms in Tassie. Like, we could just grow everything that we need and synthesize everything else. Like, why do we need to give all this money to like the evil aren't we allowed to do that anyways? And that was chemist brands are? Well, yeah, but I mean like the new medications that are coming out, the new medications that have just come out in the US. I mean, it would be incredibly easy to just send them off to a lab, find out what's in them, and then just make our own. I don't know why we don't do that. But yeah, that's essentially what generic medicines at the chemist are anyway. But I mean, we do it with like absolutely everything. And we just say like, fuck you, big pharma in America. We're going to make our own. I reckon we should just do everything to piss off America. It's so funny. I enjoy it so much. I'm such a little shit. Imagine me being Prime Minister of Australia. It's like, yes, Panda was a shithead today as well. She's pissed off all the world leaders. And I'm like, look, guys, I'm on my period. What do you want from me? Okay, I'm an asshole. My boobs hurt and my tummy hurts, okay? I want some chocolate. Someone to go to Macca's and buy me a sundae? No, well then F you. I am pressing the button and you're all getting it.
Pay for the PBS.
And drug makers say the PBS is way too slow to approve their new medicines. Average approval time, 466 days.
Well, we think that there should be an aspirational target to do that within 60 days of the assessment to say that it's safe and effective.
Others argue the PBS needs time to negotiate lower prices. Medicines Australia says it's time some patients don't have.
There are many, many cancer medicines that are not available for patients. Rare diseases also lag behind.
The Albanese government is considering recommended reforms to the PBS. Tim Lester, 7 News.
Is lupus counted as a rare disease? Because I think there's drugs that they have in America that they don't have here. Let me ask Google. Daddy Google, where are you? Is SLE a rare disease? Systemic lupus, often referred to as lupus, is not generally considered a rare disease. Oh, I just have a normal disease. I just have some normal diseases, guys. It's not rare. I'm not special. I'm not special. USA patent law is not lockstep with other countries. It prioritizes whoever submits the patent and not the inventor. Oh yeah, people steal each other's IP all the time in America. It really sucks. But I mean, we can just ignore America, I think. What are they gonna do? Chuck a tanny. Oh no, the Yankees are scared of me. I'll throw a crocodile at you. I will throw a red belly black snake at you. I will throw a king brown. Those guys are feisty. I'll throw a brown snake at you. Or even if I just threw a huntsman at them, they would cry. Because why are a bunch of men so scared of spiders? I've never heard so many people go, oh, the animals in Australia are scary. Why are you scared of snakes and spiders? What are you, a girl? Well, I'm a girl. I'm not scared of them. Stop being a baby. You almost stepped on a red belly once. Well, they're so placid. my parents used to have a giant one that used to live under a fish pond at their house, and she would just like sunbake, and she was huge. And some of their friends came up from Sydney and they thought it was fake, and they thought my parents just put this giant plastic snake out, but she was just there sunbaking. She was really nice. She was really pretty. It's the brown snakes you got to worry about, because they will arc up. They will arc up. Red bellies, unless you like tread on them or something, unless you hurt them, they're not really gonna go. Exactly. They have bears. They have wolves, they have coyotes. What else do they have? Cougars. And I'm not just talking about the hot old ladies that are trying to bang you, talking about the other type of cougar. They have all that stuff. Like, apparently, if they leave their dog, they're serial killers, high school shooters, primary school shooters. They have rabies. They do. They have all this stuff, and they like carry on like because we've got a few spiders. Like, calm down, mate. Imagine being that much of a pussy. Like, mad cow, and that's just not me when I've got my period. I'm joking. I'm joking. I am a bit of a mad cow sometimes, though. Republicans.
And you can hear...
Oh, don't talk to me, lady. The politicians are more of a threat than any huntsman. Well, huntsmen eat all the mosquitoes and stuff in our house. I always like to have a nice big huntsman, you know, in the corner of one of my rooms. They're just chilling. They're just chilling. Hey, Byron. Good to see you. What are we talking about today? We're just watching some news stories. We just watched one about pharmaceuticals in Australia, and Trump's trying to make us pay more for our medicines. Huntsmen keep you clear of roaches. They're good friends. They are good friends. They are good friends. They're just big. It's not their fault that they're big. It's not their fault that they're big. What is this? Oh, the Israelis are marching for an end to the war in Gaza. Well, good for you guys. Good for you. We like to see it. We do. Oh, they've got
Stopping
drums.
traffic in Tel Aviv. Israelis are taking to the streets calling on their government to end the war in Gaza. A national general strike organised by the families of hostages taken by Hamas in the October 7 attacks. Of the 50 still held in Gaza, only 20 are believed to be alive. One of those families travelled to Israel for the first time this weekend.
How can anyone survive 680 days in hell?
Benjamin Netanyahu insists he has public support to, quote, finish the job in Gaza, and right-wing members of his ministry have criticised the strikes as playing into Hamas's hands. But the families of hostages argue more than 80% of the Israeli population are in favour of ending the war, and that whatever their views are of Hamas and the plight of the Palestinian people, this conflict has gone on far too long. In Gaza, Israel's widely condemned plan to occupy Gaza City is moving ahead, the IDF announcing it will provide residents with tents before forcing them south. In the meantime, the bombardment of the city continues, Israel targeting this school, sheltering the displaced.
That's so evil. That's so evil. What a bunch of dickheads.
We were playing in the square, and there were children playing. They hit us without any justification.
And a new indignity, a shortage of cemetery space. The ever-climbing death toll and shrinking of safe areas to congregate is forcing families to bury loved ones in public squares, near shelters, or on top of the recently deceased.
Oh my goodness.
We buried a friend here yesterday, and today we reopened the same grave to bury my cousin.
No rest until this war is done. Matthew Doran, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Oh, excuse me, I need a yawn. My cat has the zoomies. If you can hear like background noise, she's on a cat tree. She just sprinted across the room. I don't know what she's doing. apparently there's I don't know, there's worms in her brain or something. What are you doing? Why are you being like this? Why are you being like this? Hey, Nori, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. She's excited, I guess. Okay, what's next for Ukraine after the Trump-Putin summit in Alaska? If you heard the mic just get knocked, it was my cat's bum. She decided to walk across the desk. She wants to be the star of the show. Yeah. All right, bye-bye. I don't know.
Went into this meeting threatening all sorts of sanctions against Russia if Putin didn't agree to a ceasefire. He's come out with quite a different position. What happened?
Well, David, what happened is that Vladimir Putin outfoxed Donald Trump. Vladimir Putin played Donald Trump like a Stradivarius violin.
Did she get hold of some catnip? You know what? I bought her some catnip and she wasn't really interested in it. She didn't seem to really care. She didn't really seem to care about it, but she's just taken off down the hallway. She came and got a little pat. I gave her a little scratch and then off she went. So who knows? Who knows what she's doing? She's usually asleep at this time. She usually gets the zoomies at around like 2 a.m.-ish, and then she comes and hops into bed and makes me cuddle her for most of the night until I have to get up to do a wee or something, and then she gets mad at me. And then she comes back in the morning and has another cuddle with me, like just before I get up. She comes and has another cuddle.
Donald Trump came here wanting the deal. And we know that Donald Trump, it's not always what the deal is. He likes to make a deal of some sort. Usually he walks out of a meeting with something. This time he walked out with nothing. He came here wanting, firstly, a ceasefire, an immediate ceasefire. His second preferred option was a conditional ceasefire, and his third option was the guarantee from Vladimir Putin that he would meet the Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky in the next few days or weeks. He wanted something to announce. That's why he spoke only for 3.5 minutes at the news conference afterwards. He took no questions. This was an emphatic defeat for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump himself said a few days ago that Vladimir Putin has fooled president after president. And every president comes to office here thinking they can tame the Russian bear. They can tame Vladimir Putin and bring Russia back into the international community. Donald Trump thought the same thing. He came here to Alaska thinking that his powers of persuasion could break through that, and he left a man who was completely defeated, and you could tell that in his demeanour. Donald Trump loves to take questions from the media, loves to engage at big press conferences. He was on the biggest stage of his life yesterday, and he walked off after 3.5 minutes.
And what's more, John, he's now saying there needs to be a peace deal rather than a ceasefire. And we know for Vladimir Putin, a peace deal is what he wants, and that means Ukraine handing over some of its territory. This is of great concern to the European leaders and, of course, to the Ukrainian president. They're now going to be rushing to the White House for a meeting in the next couple of days.
Well, I mean, I just think realistically, this isn't going to end unless Ukraine concedes some of its territory. It's not going to end. And if the West doesn't want to send troops in, if NATO doesn't want to send troops in, then, you know, Russia doesn't have any reason not to continue. If you offer up the territories that they're already in, you know, at least you get to keep some of your country. It sucks, but you have to be realistic. Like, that's pretty much all you've got. Like, being a leader, Zelensky, you know, has to maybe face a reality that being a leader means maybe sometimes you have to make concessions. Is it worth any more Ukrainians losing their lives over something that's just probably for nothing at this stage?
What can we expect to happen there?
Well, that's right. Vladimir Putin came here wanting the war to continue, and the war is continuing. Now, what's going to happen in Washington this Monday is the European leaders and the Ukrainians are going to try to win back Donald Trump. At the moment, the real struggle, we know Russia's position. The real battle at the moment is between the Europeans, with Ukraine as well, versus Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has a pattern, if you look at his public behaviour, of going with the whatever the last person he's spoken to of influence says to him. Now, he echoed Vladimir Putin's exact point of view that until we have a peace deal, we keep fighting. The Europeans are saying, let's stop the killing and then work out the framework of a ceasefire. Now, the Europeans are going to say to Donald Trump, you cannot walk away from this. The danger is the Americans, Donald Trump will walk away from this. And what that means is the funding for NATO and Ukraine will be hit. So the Europeans are making an 11th hour bid to convince Donald Trump to...
It looks like Ukraine is winning. Well, I would never underestimate the Russians. It's never gone well for anyone historically when they have underestimated the Russians. So I would not be counting my chickens, but who knows?
To win over Vladimir Putin and to force Vladimir Putin to a negotiating table. Putin does not want to sit down with Volodymyr Zelensky. He doesn't think he's an equal. He doesn't think that his country, Ukraine, is a legitimate country. He does not want to give the status to Volodymyr Zelensky of sitting down at a meeting with him. The Europeans want that meeting to happen.
John, it is a fascinating moment. Really appreciate your analysis there from Anchorage. Thanks so much.
Thanks, David.
My cat's initial D'ing all over the house. Deja vu. She's Tokyo drifting, guys. She's running so fast that she's like sliding out around the corners. If you hear any crashing, it's Nori sliding on the floorboards. She's having a great time. The Zoomies came early tonight. My housemate is playing with her, so she should be happy. She's chasing toys down the hallway. Wah 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 wah. This is a thing about public schools and private schools. I don't know. I just clicked on it because I'm always being mean to people from private schools. It's fun to me. I call people that go to private schools Jamae, like Jamae Private School Girl from Summer Heights High, because that show was amazing. Anybody remember Summer Heights High? Mr. G and Jamae, the exchange student from the private school. Amazing stuff. This public school is facing closure as more parents choose private education. That's not an option for a lot of people. Not all of us are cajillionaires, okay?
Did you miss your friends? It is just so beautiful. You know, it's like our little school in the bush.
Morning, Alex.
We love Canberra Public because it literally changed our lives for the better.
Canberra Public is a much-loved school girded by a national park and delivering a quiet, idyllic education right in the heart of Sydney.
And I think that really makes it unique. And it really is a hidden gem in the forest.
Never heard of it.
Lily Stewart is a busy mum, but was motivated to become president of the Parents and Citizens group after her children found refuge at Canberra.
My son, unfortunately, was terribly bullied. He was diagnosed clinically with severe depression. And on that day, I decided to pull them out and look for more.
How did little kids have depression? That's awful. My dad would just be like, if people are mean to you, punch them in the face. And I mean, I gotta say, it does work. Like, I know you're not really allowed to, like, go around punching people anymore, but, yeah, if people are being mean to you, just, like, once you stand up for yourself, like, it's kind of different with girls. It's very different with girls because girls use psychological warfare. And I'm still scared of mean girls. I am still scared of mean girls to this day. Like, they are terrifying. But, yeah, I think if you're a guy, you just, like, punch someone in the face. And then it's like, well, he's gonna punch us if we fuck with him, so let's not fuck with him. But yeah, look at this little fella. Why would you bully him? He looks so cute.
Nurturing, more homey type of environment.
All right, kids, Louie, Nina, let's go.
The problem for Lily, Louie and Nina is that there's just 39 students left at the school, down from more than 200 a few years ago.
Let's go. Go get your backpacks. Let's go.
Their school now risks being known not for its charming surrounds, but as the first Sydney public school put into recess in 2 decades.
Let's go. I'd be heartbroken, really, really heartbroken. I believe in public education, and that will not change my mind.
In a statement, the New South Wales Education Department blamed changing demographics, saying the total number of students living in the...
I wonder where this is. I've never heard of this school. It's supposed to be in Sydney, so why don't I know it? Canberra Public School. Where are you? Oh, it's the North Shore. It's the North Shore. Oh, so this is a really, really, really rich area. So the Northern Beaches or the North Shore? That's Manly. That's Hornsby. No, I think that still counts as the North Shore and not the Northern Beaches. I think that's the North. Yeah. Okay. It's very, very wealthy. So I guess the parents, they do have the money to send their kids to a private school. That sucks for her though. That really sucks for her. It's so small because parents don't send their children to a public school. Yeah. That does suck for her. You went to a Catholic private Ritchie high school and was the token penniless kid. Oh, were you on the scholarship? Catholic schools like typically will give scholarships to low income kids. How did Australia win? I'll show you what I have, Max. I'll show you what I have up. I was hoping you or Defect would stop by. I have this ready. Sorry guys, we're gonna go into historic win. Wallabies secure historic comeback victory over South Africa in rugby championship. Sorry, Max. Let's go, girls.
Wallabies fans are in raptures after the team pulled off a dramatic comeback victory over world #1 South Africa in the rugby championship. It's the first time Australia has taken down the Springboks in Johannesburg in more than 6 decades.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. I wanna be a wallaby. Boop, 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 boop. I didn't even watch it, but here we go. Here we go, Max, just for you.
A comeback win that will go down in history. Tom Wright!
Oh yeah, come on, son, run! Oh yeah, get that try, baby. Look at that. Beautiful.
The Wallabies shocked the rugby world with an emphatic victory against current world champions South Africa.
And the Wallabies of 2025 make history.
Yeah.
I woke up and saw the score. I was like, holy hecker. To come back from, 22 points down against the world champions, against those massive human beings.
It's the first time in 62 years the green and gold have taken down the Springbok at Ellis Park.
I was born in 1963, and the last time the Wallabies won in Joburg was 1963. To score the last 38 points is an amazing effort.
With more than 60 caps for the Wallabies, Lottie Takiri.
It's okay to lose sometimes, Max. Look, you guys win all the time. You guys win all the time. I will say, though, as an Australian, I do think the All Blacks, I will give New Zealand the title of having the hottest rugby team. I definitely think, I don't know what the current All Blacks team looks like, but back when I was a kid and I lived with my parents, I used to watch rugby union with my dad, and I will say, nice work, New Zealand. You have some attractive men. And I appreciate it. But all the hot guys in Australia, I think, play rugby league. So there's some hotties. There's some hotties in the NRL. But yeah, the All Blacks are hot. I rate them. And you know, their accents are cute. I like it.
Knows all too well the significance of a win in hostile territory.
To do it over there in front of those rabid fans, they're crazy. And just the atmosphere going in, I think, you know, can scare people.
South Africa's head coach had an interesting way to sum up his team's performance.
But we did really dog on the day.
World Cup winner David Campisi says consistency is key as the squad builds towards the 2027 World Cup.
They've just got to back themselves, mate. We've got some fantastic players. They've just got to learn actually how to do it under pressure week in, week out.
But for now, all eyes turn towards a rematch next weekend.
Last week's game is not going to help you next week. That's history. If you turn up and go, oh, we beat them last week, you're going to get your ass kicked.
Pack your shoulders, pack your mouth guard, pack everything because they're coming physically.
Jack Perry.
Hide your wife, hide your kids. They're getting all the tries out here. 63 years, we've never won a World Cup. I remember us winning the Tri-Nations a few times, and we definitely have won the Bledisloe Cup a few times. Wallabies World Cup. The Wallabies are the national rugby union team in Australia and have won 2 Rugby World Cups. Fact check. 1991 and 1999. Thank you. Let's check how many World Cups the Kangaroos have won, the sport that we actually play, rugby league. The superior rugby. Thank you. How many World Cups have the Kangaroos won? The Kangaroos, the team is the most successful in Rugby League World Cup history, having won the competition 12 times and contested 15 of the 16 finals, only failing to reach the final in 1954. So there you go. How many Rugby League World Cups has South Africa won, Max Dragon? I ask you that. Because this is the game we actually play. We actually play this game. So we, in Australia, only rich people play rugby union, only like private school kids, and we don't like them. We don't like those people. So poo-poo, wee-wee, and that's all I have to say. I am a mature adult. All right, let's go back to, ironically, a story about public and private schools. Sorry for that segue. You know, it's the Australian way. We got to do it. We got to do it, guys.
Northern Beaches area had declined, something that will impact other public schools there too. It said no decision has been made about the school's future and it's consulting the community.
How does that leave everyone feeling about the department?
Oh, I'm just joking, Max. It's all right. I'm just messing with you. I won't talk about it anymore, I promise.
Angry, ignored, abandoned.
Figures released to 7:30 by the New South Wales private school lobby suggest parents moving out of the public system has also played a part. In the surrounding federal electorate of Mackellar, 2,658 students have left public schools in the past 5 years, while more...
You don't watch the league? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, Max. We don't watch the union. We watch the league. You guys don't watch the league. That's my point, Max. It's just we don't put any effort into our rugby union, and you don't you know, care about league, and we do. That's exactly my point. I was just mucking around, dude. I'm sure you guys, I'm sure it was just a fluke. I'm sure you will kick our ass again. It'll be all right, Max. It was just probably a fluke. I'm sure we won't consistently be good. Don't worry, it's just a fluke, Max.
Than 700 new students were enrolled at private schools. Experts like Dr. Emma Rowe say the New South Wales enrolment shift has come when many public schools are underfunded and some private schools overfunded.
It's become wildly unfair in that we're a bit of a laughingstock in terms of how we fund our schools. It is seen as an anomaly outside of Australia.
Max, I hope you're joking, mate. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Sorry, I thought we were riffing. I hope you're not taking it seriously. It's just a joke.
It's a national trend. AEST data shows that over the last 5 years, public school enrolments grew by just 1%, compared to an 18.5% rise at independent schools and a 6.6% rise at Catholic schools.
I think asking them to compete is akin to, you know, putting two kids in a marathon. One has running shoes and the other does not have running shoes.
Illawarra Christian School south of Sydney is one of many faith-based low and medium fee schools riding the boom. It's grown from around 600 students in 2020 to 800 today.
Well, look at the playgrounds at the private schools. We had the povoest playground at my school, I tell you what. We had the most povo crap out.
And instead of closures, they're buying up neighbouring properties to expand.
Our school is landlocked by bush and domestic properties, and so we've had to acquire some local houses in the area to be able to build for the future.
How's your week looking?
Boring.
Dad, Tim Canosa, a former public school history teacher turned pastor, reluctantly moved 2 of his 3 kids from the public system.
It's something that my family, we really wrestled with. I went to a public school, my wife went to a public school.
We're going to have a little bit of a conversation now about your school holidays.
The family were attracted by the school's pastoral care and are prepared to make sacrifices to pay the fees, which average about $6,500 a year per student.
What family has a spare $7,000 lying around? What the heck is this? Yeah, don't worry, Max. You guys will win. It was probably just a fluke. I was just mucking around, dude. I was just mucking around.
There is a significant money sacrifice, but the time one's probably the one we feel the most, as in local public school would be a 10-minute transport trip, whereas the school we're sending to is somewhere around 50 minutes.
You got your laptops?
Research from independent data scientist David McCloskey suggests why the enrolment trend matters. He's mapped for the first time the likelihood of public and private students attaining a university degree.
What this means is that your opportunity to actually get a well-paid professional job depends in part on the type of secondary school you went to.
The study found 31% of public school students attain a university degree, compared to 45% for Catholic school alumni and 53.5% for...
Our system is so against low-income kids, and I don't know if they still do this, but they definitely did this when I was a student in New South Wales, when I was doing my HSC, and I found out about scaling. So they scale by schools. So private school kids, they get their marks scaled up. Public school kids get their marks scaled down. How is that not classism and elitism built into the system? It's absolutely disgusting. And I still managed to get in the high 90s. I studied my little bum off. I was the first person in my family to finish high school, and I was the first person in my family to go to university. And I went to a group of 8 universities. So don't like to toot my own horn, but you know, I am playing the bugle. I am tooting my own horn because yeah. It's hard because you have to study so much harder than these little shits that just cruise cruise on, they get taught how to get good marks in the exam, whereas if you go to a public school, you only get taught the content of the course and it's up to you to work out how to get a good mark in the exam, whereas they just get taught exactly what to write and exactly what to do to get a good mark in the exam. It's actually insane. So I don't know if they still do that. I hope they don't, but it's so inherently classist and it's so hard to get ahead when you come from a low-income family, and it sucks, and you have to eat so much shit and you have to work so much harder than everybody else, and it's just not fair. It's sucky. It's awful.
Those who went to independent schools.
Look, I think it sucks, and I never expected to find the level of disparity that I've seen in this study.
Previous studies have found little difference in outcomes between private.
The amount of funding that private schools get is absolutely disgusting. Like, if you want your little turd children to go to a private school, then you should pay for it. And if you can't afford it, why does the government have to fund it? I would get rid of private schools and just make every single public school in the country amazing. It's like, no, you don't get to send your little turd burgers, your little pasty white wimpy kids to private school. You all have to go to the same school and get the same education. And then we'll really see, we'll really see what the cream is that rises to the top. Probably not your little shithead children, rich people.
Private and public students after controlling for parents' education levels and wealth. And there's evidence public school students may actually perform better than private students once at university.
The national school...
Yeah, because it's almost like we're smarter and we actually know how to learn rather than just rote learn the answers for the exams for the HSC or the VCE. It's almost like we're actually smarter. I see so many private school kids crash out in their first year of uni. I see so many private school kids crash out because they can't do it. They can't do it. They don't know how to study. They don't know how to learn without someone holding their hand. And all of a sudden they're thrusted into an adult learning environment and the little turds can't handle it. Jemay, you can't handle it, can you? Just as well, mummy and daddy are rich and all you have to do is pass your degree with a pass mark, with a pass average, and mummy and daddy will probably get you a job at their company or with one of their mates or at, whatever. So you'll be right.
Resourcing standard.
The findings come as cash finally begins to flow to public schools at the levels promised by the Gonski Review almost 15 years ago. All states have signed on to a new $16 billion funding deal and will hit minimum funding levels sometime over the next decade.
If funding improves for public schools, that would be an excellent outcome.
That is brilliant.
For the parents and children of Canberra Public School, they worry the money will not flow quickly enough to save their school. A decision on its future will be made later this year, but if enrolment trends continue, it might not be the only one facing.
I do feel sorry for that little boy that was bullied, but I don't know if dad's around. I don't know, if he has a male figure in his life, but maybe grandpa or something can take him to a boxing gym, teach him how to punch an asshole in the face. Look, I know you're probably not supposed to do that these days, but yeah, if you're being bullied, just punch a dickhead in the head. Like, I don't know. Yeah, they probably won't mess with him if he punches one of them in the face. My dad taught me how to punch, and I'm a girl. I mean, it's really good to know how to defend yourself. Obviously, don't go around just walloping people for no reason. But if somebody is like, this poor little kid had depression. How old is he? Like 8? That's so messed up. That's so messed up. And his mum's probably giving him advice like, try and be friends with them. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? When, like, in cases like this, you need a dad to just say, punch the cunt in the face, Times like that, you need a dad to, like, he needs somebody to teach him how to punch an asshole in the face. Violence isn't the answer, but these kids are bullying this poor little bugger to the point where he's like depressed. That's messed up, dude.
A long recess.
I think it would be a real shame. You know, Canberra has shaped so many community kids here for decades, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with Canberra, and it is absolutely worth keeping the doors open.
Yeah, it's a weird school. I had to look up where it is, but it's in a very wealthy area. Looks like the Upper North Shore, I want to say. Money bags. It's right here. Here's Manly, here's Chatswood, and here's the school. What suburb is it in? Davidson. Don't know. But yeah, that's the Upper North Shore. It's near Hornsby, sort of. Nice part of the world if you can afford to live there, but oof. I cannot, so. We got a Coffeezilla? No, we got a Voidzilla. We got a dark Coffeezilla. He's staring into the void. He stared into the abyss, and the abyss stared back. Top 5 lies in the Epstein footage.
Rated Epstein's prison in 3D to show you the top 5 lies hidden in the government's footage. And you can get the raw file on Patreon to explore it yourself, and let's jump into it. Lie number 5, you're gonna get a video of the cell.
And you're gonna get the video of the cell. And you're gonna see for yourself.
Kash Patel, the FBI director, told us that this footage was of Jeffrey Epstein's cell, but it's not. Let's fly over to where Epstein's cell actually is. I've marked it with a green door. Down the hall, we actually see a camera marked.
I love weaponized autism. I love weaponized autism. There's nothing like having, you know, some autistic guys with, you know, a lot of spare time to just investigate all this stuff. It's amazing. I love current year.
Marked in red that wasn't recording the night of Epstein's death, which brings us to our next lie. There was only one camera.
There's a video of him. No, not the actual act, but the entire MCC Bay. There was only one camera.
Deputy Director Dan Bongino of the FBI told us there was only one camera in the special housing unit, but that's not true. There were at least 2 cameras recording and 9 other cameras that were working but not recording due to a malfunction only days earlier. Now, the official report says that recordings should have been made for about half of the cameras, but in Epstein's block, only 2 out of 11 cameras were recording. Really bad luck, I guess. Now, I should say all the cameras were working before that, at a time when Epstein accused his cellmate of trying to kill him, and this was contradicted by his cellmate who said Epstein tried to commit. Epstein later got put on watch for this event, and we should have been able to get that footage, except the prison.
I think there's something so bad about Trump in these. I think that's why they got to Ghislaine or Ghislaine or whatever her freaking name is. I think that's why they got to her and, you know, offered her a nice cushy prison to serve her sentence. And they were like, look, bish, keep your mouth shut. Say there was nothing serious, because if it was just some innocent mentions of Trump in the documents, he would release them. He would release the files. There's clearly more going on, and the longer this goes on, it might actually be better for Trump to just say, yeah, hey, I have a thing for young girls. It might actually just be better for him to admit it than to, because what we're imagining is in there is probably worse than what is actually in there. And that is a scary proposition. That is a very scary proposition.
Failed to save the correct file. Prosecutors claim the footage contained on the preserved video was for the correct date and time, but captured a different tier than the one where Jeffrey Epstein was located.
There was only one camera.
So our deputy director lied when he said there was only one camera. There were actually 11. At least 2 were recording. Only 1 got released. And according to our own government's report, 5 or 6 should have been recording, but weren't. When the cameras were working properly, they didn't save the right files. Incredibly unlucky. But lie number 3, there's nothing unlucky about it, because we were told directly.
I mean, they were just kind of banking on the public forgetting about it, kind of just going, oh, well, Jeffrey Epstein topped himself. No one buys it. No one buys it. Jeffrey Epstein necked himself. Absolutely no one buys it. They were thinking, well, you know, dead men can't sing. You know, we'll get rid of him. It'll be fine. People will forget about it. They'll forget about the files. And it's like, no. I don't doubt that a lot of politicians are in this files. I don't doubt it. Oh no, you lost some of the most important evidence in the history of the free world. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, if they wanted to keep Jeffrey Epstein safe so he could face, you know, face trial and do all that type of stuff, they would have. They would have kept him safe. It was very, very, very easy to keep people alive if you want to. It's very, very easy to... I mean, we do it all the time in psych wards. Like, as a social worker, I can tell you what happens when you go into the locked psych ward. You can't take anything in there. You can't take your headphones in. You can't, like, anything that could be used. Shoelaces, anything. You can't take anything in there. It's like nuts. So it's very easy to keep people alive if you want to. It's very easy.
That the footage we were going to get showed there was no one there but Epstein.
You're going to see there's no one there but him. Right. There's just nobody there. So I say to people all the time, if you have a tip, let us know. But there's no DNA, there's no audio, there's no fingerprints, there's no suspects, there's no accomplices, there's no tips, there is nothing.
The footage just directly debunks this. There are several people who appear in the footage the FBI released, and actually one even appears after lockdown walking up the stairs. The government's report at first called this laundry, but independent experts agreed, according to one analysis by CBS.
At 10:38 p.m., the report says someone, probably Noel, carries a bundle of bedding or clothing up the stairs. It's a rare instance the video does catch movement on the stairs, but barely. Let's see that zoomed in and in slow motion again. Several of the video forensic experts we spoke with were skeptical.
It's Dimpador, who's going by Aliana now for some reason, and they are on the phone, is in the chat. Welcome.
Skeptical about the report's conclusion and thought that the video could be showing an inmate walking up the stairs. Authorities say this was the last time anyone approached his cell block until his body was discovered the next morning. Again, while the video does not contradict that, experts who viewed the video say the limited field of view makes it impossible to definitively conclude that no one used those stairs in that time period.
Yeah, we don't know who that is. The government's not clear. And there are also several people who are housed in the same cell block as Jeffrey Epstein, which, as we've shown, isn't visible to the camera footage we were given. So that raises questions, and so do the two prison guards who were on staff that night and had a view of Epstein's cell. Both were charged with falsifying records on the night Epstein died, specifically with them lying about completing mandatory rounds to check on Jeffrey Epstein the night of his death, despite a posted warning that read mandatory rounds must be conducted every 30 minutes on Epstein as per God, but they did not do that. Instead, they appeared to fall asleep, according to the OIG report, and occasionally browse the internet, where one guard, quote,
How much money do you think that they got, how much money do you think they got paid to fall asleep? How much money do you think they got paid? It'll be very interesting. Unmarked bills, or like some type of crypto transfer, or there's got to be something. If they really wanted to investigate this, they would be able to. But I mean, they're all implicated, right? All these politicians and all these celebrities, they're all going to be in these files. So if you've got money, you can get away with anything, and I guess that's the takeaway.
Read a news article about Jeffrey Epstein. So it's just a total lie to say there was no one there but Epstein and no possible suspects. You have several inmates shown on the camera the night of his death. You have one walking up the stairs after lockdown, and you also have guards that just falsified records. But this all brings us to lie number 2, the second biggest Pinocchio, and that's where they told us we're gonna get the raw footage so we know there aren't shenanigans.
We are working on cleaning it up to make sure you have an enhanced, and we're going to give the original so you don't think there were any shenanigans.
So yeah, I don't think I need to explain why this is one of the most brazen lies. We were told we'd be given a modified and the original footage. Instead, what we got are 2 modified videos because both were edited in Premiere Pro. Now, it isn't clear exactly what was edited, but expert forensic analysts who spoke to Wired said the footage wouldn't stand up in court, had 1 minute, no wait, actually 3 minutes missing, and now there are reports that the DOJ has the full footage, but just hasn't released it.
And a government source is alleged to CBS News.
Unfortunately, I don't think the next government is going to release this information too, because I don't think it's it's going to make the Democrats look any better either. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to know. Maybe like our great grandchildren might get to know what happened. But I don't think we're finding out anytime soon. I don't think we are. Maybe Putin is leveraging this over Trump too, because apparently Putin has some of the Epstein tapes. Apparently Gaddafi had some of the Epstein tapes, hence why he got bayoneted up the poo hole. Yeah, it's not looking good. They did not raid all of Epstein's properties. Yeah. Somebody's got those tapes though. It's very well, we know Mossad has them. And look how America just goes along with whatever Israel wants. It's insane. Blackmail really does run the world. It's actually insane. Blackmailers are just running the world, pulling all the strings.
The FBI and other agencies are in possession of the full, unedited footage.
And that brings us to the final point, the final biggest lie of all, and that's a direct quote from the DOJ memo about what the footage even shows. And it says this, quote, anyone entering or attempting to enter the tier where Epstein's cell was located from the shoe common area would have been captured by this footage. The government's entire case is built on this lie, and that's why it's the biggest, because their whole case for saying no one could have reached him is the idea that this one camera angle shows everything. But let's put Maxwell in our 3D twin and have him walk up the stairs. First, we'll put him on the left side of the staircase, and as you can see, you can barely make him out. However, if we put him on the right side of the staircase, you'll find that you can't see him at all. He's invisible from our view. So there's just obviously a blind spot here, which, by the way, the government already knew because they already admitted in a previous Epstein report, saying that this camera angle specifically was a, quote, partial view of the L tier stairway. So it's not a full view. You can't see everything. And as you can see in this excellent CBS investigation, you could actually access this stairway and Epstein's cell from a doorway invisible to the camera.
But with the primary entrance here, the pathway from the entrance to the stairs is completely out of view of the camera.
Yeah, that's right. You could access Epstein's cell. Our replication of the prison.
Whitney Webb wrote a book about worldwide blackmail. Yeah, I have seen her doing the podcast circuit, that lady. She seems to very much just parrot old Alex Jones talking points. I've noticed Candace Owens and a few of the other people on that circuit are just saying stuff that Alex Jones has been saying for I don't know, 20 years. It's but yeah, look, a lot of it has turned out to be true, so shout out to the OGs of the conspiracy world, I guess. Shout out to David Icke and Alex Jones. They were right. And all these people probably are lizards, let's be honest. Let's be honest, they probably are lizards.
Shows the same conclusion. If we have Maxwell walking from the shoe entrance to Epstein's cell, we can't see him from this camera angle, even though if we make the walls transparent, obviously we can see him, but in the raw footage, we'd have no way of knowing if somebody walked this direction. This painstaking recreation of the special housing unit can put to bed the top 5 lies from our government about Jeffrey Epstein. 1, we didn't get a video of Jeffrey Epstein's cell. We got a camera that can't see it. 2, there wasn't just one camera, there were 11. 3, the footage shows way more than just Epstein. 4, we didn't get raw footage, we got modified footage. And lastly, there are blind spots on this camera. I mean, it's just perfectly clear, and the government has previously admitted it. This, of course, doesn't mean, I have to say, that Epstein definitively himself, but the government is only adding fuel to the fire when they put out statements that are directly contradicted by their own video. The best you can say is this is either extreme levels of negligence or deliberate incompetence to cover things up. The most honest thing you can say at this point is that we don't have definitive evidence for the night Epstein died, one way or the other, that has been released. The evidence we do have has been modified, does not say what they say it says, and all of this makes it impossible to know 100% what has happened. That is not a conspiracy. That's what the government's own evidence actually shows. Now, as I said, we'll make the 3D version of Epstein's housing unit available on Patreon. It's a Blender file.
Whitney is an investigative reporter with sources. Oh, I'm sure she is, but everything that I've heard her say Like when I've seen like shorts of her or whatever, she's it's just like stuff, you know, it's just like stuff that I've heard Alex Jones say before. I mean, I'm sure Alex Jones also has these sources. I'm not like discounting her as a journalist. I'm just saying the stuff that I have heard her say is like very, very like Alex Jones talking points. But yeah, maybe I'll watch. If you have any recommendations for any interviews of her or something that I should watch, I'll definitely check it out, Ricochet. I've not really looked at her too deeply, I will say.
Along with a detailed look of how he created it. I should say the government's not exactly forthcoming about the exact specs of their prison, so we had to use some approximations using the photos provided and taking measurements where we could. But as I said, our conclusions match up with the government's from years ago. So I think we're on safe ground there. That's basically it. Thanks for watching.
Self. You want me to get, I've seen the whole file.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Aww, why is this cat in the pot? Get out, cat, you're gonna get boiled. No. Boop, 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 boop. What should we watch? What should we do? Wow, this is a mess. I've been watching spooky stories during the day and then like news at night. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe we'll just play Scrandle. I'm so tired. So tired. Scrandle, scrandle, little. Chicken loaded fries or a tub of insects? I don't know. That's a hard one, guys. That's a hard one. This delicious looking chicken or a tub of insects? Wow, 34% of people still wanted the insects. Double sausage or pork shank sausage and cheese sandwich? Probably the pork shank. Maybe the pork shank. I was wrong. People wanted a double sausage. Butter chicken tikka and rice or a sausage? Butter chicken. Sausage, pickle and bread with a beer or pulled pork sandwich? What do we reckon? You get a beer with the other one. I do like a beer. You get a beer, you get a gherkin, you get some mustard, you get some sauce. The insects are free. The insects weren't free. The insects actually cost money. They actually cost money, Ricochet. That's the worst part. You have to pay for your insects. I just moved so you can see that. The pulled pork sandwich. Go for the beer? Should we go for the beer? I do like a beer. Nah, people still wanted this. Oh, this burger. One burger looks way better than the other burger. One burger does look way better than the other burger. This burger looks way more appetizing. Oh. 2 battered sausages or a 10-inch sausage roll? Gonna go for the sausage roll. I do like a nice sausage roll. I do like a servo sausage roll. Do enjoy it. Chicken and chips, which kind of looks like it's got gravy on it or something, or a mixed grill like Greek lamb, gyros, whatever, pita bread, tzatziki, chips and salad. I'm gonna go for the Greek food because Greek food is basically Turkish food and it tastes good. Don't come for me, guys. Ooh. Crabble burger and chips, or these waffle fries and a burger. The waffle fries and this burger look better. Yeah. You're gonna go get some food, Hyperbovian. We've got the Stoke stack, beef patty, chicken, pulled pork and cheese, or this pizza, which I don't know what is on it. It looks like pepperoni. Are we buying food? No, we're looking. We have to guess which food people on Twitter preferred. They voted on it, so we have to guess what food has the higher percentage. So we've got this burger with a beef patty, chicken, pulled pork and cheese, or we've got like a pizza that looks like it's got maybe prosciutto and like pepperoni on it. And maybe some herbs. Maybe looks like it's got some oregano on there or some basil or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. That's actually kind of hard. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. It just depends if you feel like pizza or a burger, I guess. That's hard. You would go for the burger. All right, Ricochet, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to go for the burger. Yep. Oh, this is a taco, and this is pie, mash, and liquor. I'm going to go for the taco. Who doesn't like a taco? Yep. Good job. Oh, we got 8 out of 10. Yay. All right. Food guesser. Tamarind, tomatoes, water, turmeric, black pepper, cumin, coriander seeds, mustard seeds, curry leaves, garlic, asafoetida. Oh, that's that stuff that smells like farts. Salt, red chilies, green chilies, lentils, and ghee. Okay, this has to be Indian. This has to be Indian. Correct. It's from India and Sri Lanka. Next round. Flour, water, salt, sugar, yeast, oil, milk, butter. This dish is a type of flatbread that is typically rounded, slightly puffed. It is made from a simple ingredient such as flour, water, salt, sugar, and yeast. This looks like roti or naan. This looks like roti or naan. So it's probably Indian also. I'm going to go for India again. India is warm. We want to go west. We want to go north. Where do we want to go? Could be Malaysia. If it's roti or something, it could be Malaysia. I don't know. Let's read what it says. Traditionally deep fried until golden brown. It results in a soft yet slightly crisp texture, often enjoyed warm. It can be served as a side or eaten on its own. Does it look like fruity to anybody? I don't know. Should I say Malaysia? Deep fried bread. Flour, water, salt, sugar, yeast. Oil, milk, butter. But milk and butter are optional. It says that India is warm. I thought it might be naan or roti, and I thought India had both of those things, so I just said India. But this maybe is roti? I don't know. Do you think I should try Malaysia? I mean, it could even be Nepal or Tibet, because they have, like, flatbreads as well. Everywhere, basically everywhere has a flatbread. It looks like we're northwest of India. Should I try Nepal? Should I try Nepal? What do you reckon? Should I try Bhutan? Nepal is northeast. Ah. Pakistan? What about Afghanistan? What about Afghanistan? What about Pakistan? What about Afghanistan? I don't have a map of the world in front of me, okay? I'm just going off my memory. Oh, Pakistan does border. Correct. What about Afghanistan? That would be warm, wouldn't it? Look, I don't know the difference between left or right, so you can't expect me to know the difference between Est or... Afghanistan sounds like a good guess. Okay. It borders Afghanistan. It borders Afghanistan. Shelpik. It's called Shelpik. I'm waiting for my resident nerd Hyperbovian to help me. It borders Afghanistan. Maybe Tajikistan? I mean, sure. Let's try that. What the heck? We could have had Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan. So we could have had any of the stands, really. It's good to know. Corn, masa, peel and CO water, lime juice, salt, Tawino juice, yeast, lime sorbet. This seems Mexican because it's got a bunch of like Spanish sounding stuff I can't pronounce. And it's got corn masa. I feel like that is Mexican. I'm going to go with Mexico. Mexico is correct. That's a thing I don't know how to say. Tijueno. I think J makes a h sound in Spanish. I don't know. In a lot of European languages, it makes a Y sound, so stop confusing me, okay? I am just a dumb girl. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Final score. Well, at least we're still a genius. Oh my goodness. That was hard. That was hard. Food Guessr. Should we play Geoguessr? I'm so tired. What should we do? I did a spooky stream earlier today for like 3 hours. It's oh, this is the Taj Mahal. Whereabouts in India is the Taj Mahal? Does anyone know? Oh, I didn't mean to click. I clicked and I didn't mean to. Whoops. This is Russia. This is Russia. You gotta remember I can't click. St. Petersburg or Moscow? Probably. I'm gonna go here. I was 13.1 kilometers away. Next round. Ooh, we got some fashion freaks. We've got some American flags. We got some Greek flags. This looks like New York, right? West 52 Street. Yeah, those are the way they name streets in New York, right? I feel like. New York, New York. It's a hell of a town. Poo, 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 poo. Wee, 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 wee. New York State. Where's New York? Here. I was 16.3 kilometers away. Okay, this is London. London calling. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. We live by the river. Sorry, I can't sing. I'm sorry, guys. Hide your ears. Hide your wife, hide your ears. 4.5 kilometers away. Next round. Oh, we're in Giza. We are in Giza. Yeah, Giza. See, we were just in London where they call their friends, geezers. Oh, he's a right geezer, isn't he, lads? Oh, yeah, I love that geezer. He's a right geezer. You know, I don't know. Sorry, British people. I need help mentally and physically. It's a problem I have. But it won't let me click here and then go back to the map. That's not my guess. That is not my guess. All right. Let's see. Egypt. Where's Cairo? And then we'll find Giza. Where's the Nile? Ancient Egypt down by the Nile. Mommy's gonna be in a tomb for a while. Let's just think it's this way. I think it's this way. I was 8.7 kilometers away. Hello, Necromancer. Nice to see you. I clicked on the Giza Zoo. I was pretty close. Oh, it said I'm a natural. Round over. I actually got pretty close to most of them, hey. Except for the one where I accidentally clicked in the ocean instead of on India. Because, I don't know. I'm not good at clicking. Let's do single player. Oh, we are on a random street. Wellington Road. Could we be in Wellington, New Zealand? That would be handy. This looks like Australia. Does anyone think this looks like Australia? I kind of think it looks like Australia a little bit. See if we can find some signs. What do you say? Nope. Can't get close to you. Oh, there's gum trees here. This is Australia. I was correct. Nope. This is definitely Australia. Just where in Australia is the question. It could be New Zealand, I guess. We'll have to find a sign. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Where are we going? Is there a primary school up here? There's a school zone. Yeah, this is... If this isn't Australia, then it's New Zealand, because this is giving... What's this road? Melbourne Road. Melbourne Road. Could this be the Mornington Peninsula? Because there's a Melbourne Road on the Mornington Peninsula. My ex's family have a beach house there. They didn't like white trash like me dating their son. Very stuck-up rich people. Fuck you, rich people. That's all I have to say. How dare you? I am a catch. Alright. This, I feel like I'm gonna say, is the Mornington Peninsula. So it's this way. Oh. And we've got Frankston, Mount Eliza, Mount Martha. Where was that? Where's like Tootgaroot and all those places? Rosebud. Is this like geoguessing? Yeah, we're like guessing where stuff is. Mount Martha. I'm gonna go Rosebud, Rye, Blairgowrie. I'm gonna go Blairgowrie. Yes. It was Sydney! It was Sydney! Oh, Melbourne Road. That would be the Hume Highway. I did not, wow. I did not recognize my hometown. Don't I suck? Next round. Is this Scandinavia or Switzerland? Du ringer, vi bringer. Flora Radhas. Fjord. It says fjord. Maybe we're in Norway. They do have their fjords in Norway. Let's go for Norway. They do like their fjords. Let's go for Oslo. Well, let's go for Bergen. That sounds like a nice place. Yep. We were 153 kilometers away. Yeah, because down on the Melbourne side, they call it Sydney Road. So that makes sense. It's just that there's a Melbourne Road on the Mornington Peninsula, and it felt like maybe it could be there. So that's why I thought, there's too many Melbourne roads. I should have kept on going. That might have even been Bankstown. I probably could have recognized it, but I got a bit trigger happy, and it's my own fault. It's my own fault. All right. Is this giving South America to anyone? Or what is it giving? I think it's giving maybe Central or South America. Let's see if we can find signage. Six deers. What currency has deers? Could this be like Brazil or somewhere? Inácio de Opera. I don't know what language that is. Could it be Portuguese? Does anybody know? Can anybody help me? I'm just dumb. Please. They're not letting me go straight ahead. I will go this way. Oh, someone's drying their, someone's kid wet their bed, I think. We've all been there after a few too many drinks. La Bastilla. Palm trees. Urgent Cius. Cubana. We need a flag or so. Oh, there's a flag up here. There's a flag up here. There's a flag. I'm gonna have to study my flags. I used to be really good with flags, but I am not anymore. All right. Is that a flag? That might not be a flag. That would be Spanish. I don't know. It looks like South America. Colombia. It's Colombia. We'll just go for the capital. Or where should we go? Maybe just go in the middle. I'm not sure. Would there be anything around that would tell us what city we're in? Looks like a coastal town. Yeah, let's go for the coast. Good plan. Let's go here. This looks like the biggest town on the coast. We were 663 kilometers away. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. Go away. I'm not your friend. Benson Avenue. This looks like America or Canada, right? This is giving America. This is giving America. We've got a giant ute. Doesn't help anything. Pacific Avenue. So West Coast? West Coast, Pacific Avenue. So it would be on the West Coast. So what? That's California. This would be North. So it would be North California, Oregon, or Washington State. All right. Let's try and narrow it down. That's on the West Coast, right? Am I dumb? Yes, I am. But we're trying to Pacific Avenue. Down on the West Coast, they got a saying. If you ain't drinking, then you ain't playing. Why does every single girl on the planet like Lana Del Rey? That's a question I ask myself every day. I don't really, but I have thought about it. This actually kind of looks nice. I don't know, I kind of like this vibe. It feels like a nice place to live. Litchfield Avenue. Oh, Litchfield is the jail on Orange is the New Black, and that's in upstate New York. But why did it say Pacific Avenue then? I'm so confused. Okay, maybe there's a different Litchfield. I don't know. So confused. Can I find these roads? US 12? Can I just like find these roads? Maybe I'll just zoom in on the United States, see if it shows roads. All right, let's start with Oregon and Washington. What does this road say? Salem, Portland. Okay, I'm zooming in. 101. That's 101. Yeah, I don't think this is how you do it. Yeah. This doesn't feel like a main road anyway. Maybe I'll find something that will help. Maybe this will say what town we're in. It's a pizza place. US roads are numbers north to south, so this will be quite north, you think? Okay. Well, I have worked out it's in the north. It's either upstate New York or it's like Northern California or Oregon or what's the other one called? Washington State. Oh, what does that say? Went past it. Fitness lodge. I need to go to the fitness lodge and do me some fitness. Erickson's. That doesn't help at all. Should I just guess? I'm just gonna go with what am I gonna go with? I've got a door shop if you need a new door. WCS. Don't know what that means. I need to work out how American roads work so I can get good at this. West Side Liquor. Applebee's. I've heard about Applebee's before. Golf course. County Museum. Yeah, but what county are we in? God damn it. Hey, Burger King. Ooh, I want a Whopper. Gotta have a Whopper. Gotta have that plain grilled beef. There's only one place where the Whopper's at, and the name of the place is Hungry Jack's. Haha, because we call Burger King Hungry Jack's, because we're cool. Subway. Subway is like the lamest fast food place. I gotta say, Subway is super lame. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find out. I think I'm too dumb. I'm just gonna have to guess. I'm gonna go for Eugene, Oregon. It was Minneapolis, and I suck at life. Oh well, next round. Then why did it say Pacific Drive if it's not on the Pacific Ocean? That's confusing. Like, why are you doing that? That made no sense. La Alegría. Cali La Alegría. I need to learn how to speak like Spanish, I think. La boo boo, la boo boo. Don't get me started. All right, we've got a monastery. Monasterio. That breaks it down in a very Catholic continent. Definitely helps. Got a monastery. What does this sign say? Okay, we're prohibited, lust, something, something. Alright, let's go back up this way then. This seems like a heading into the paddocks or something. It doesn't. Ah, this seems like something. Títulos y convenciones. Could this be Mexico? Could this be Mexico? Genuine question, because I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Oh, are those alpacas? No, they're horses. They're horses, don't worry. I thought it was a clue. I have no idea, hey. I want to say Mexico. I don't know why. I just want to say Mexico. Why? Like no reason in particular. I just want to say Mexico. Am I crazy? This actually looks really nice though. This actually looks cute. It's quite sunny. What happened? Don't go down there. What are you doing? You got a mind of your own. Sarah. I don't know. This seems like a peaceful place to live. Looking for a sign. I mean, I think we're either in Central or South America. Should I just say Mexico? I don't know. Okay, there's something up here. Residencia Las Venas. I think they have lots of Las places in Mexico, don't they? Albaniles Fontaneros or Impresa. No, that gives... Oh, there's a town name here. Raparigos. I think this is Mexico, guys. I don't know. I just feel like it is. I don't know where in Mexico. I don't know anything about Mexico, but I'm going to go... Mexico City's in the mountains, isn't it? So this feels like plains. I don't know much about Mexico, to be honest. Let's go for Chihuahua, because they're little yappy dogs, and I'm a little yappy girl. Chihuahua. It was actually Spain! What the F, guys? It was actually Spain. I'm like, look at all this Spanish. It must be. No way. That's so funny. I have not been to that part of Spain, I guess. There you go. To be fair, I've only spent like a week in Spain. And I went to Valencia, and I went to Barcelona, and I went to Madrid. And I didn't really go in between, so don't know. Don't know him, love. Maybe this is Spain. Garagem por favor. Now I don't trust anyone. My trust has been betrayed. Can't trust anyone. Is this Spain? De Castro. Maybe this is Cuba. De Castro. Is this Cuba? We have a Catholic shop, which doesn't really narrow it down. They have a bull there, so it might be address on the sign. Is there an address on the sign? Which sign did you see an address on? The Catholic store? I see a phone number. I see a phone number with an 83 code. So that would be the country if anyone knows. Yeah, but you know how Australia's like 61? 83. 83. Whatever country is 83. We would have to cheat. We would have to look it up. All right, there's maybe a court by the look of it. If we can find something with a URL, that will really help. Yeah, it might be a city. A city code. Although it's for WhatsApp, so it might be a country code, Hyperborean. It's for WhatsApp. See this little green thing? That's WhatsApp. And you do have to put your country code in for WhatsApp. Because I talk to people overseas and I have 61 on my WhatsApp. Imagine if I accidentally just said my, a lot of places are really into WhatsApp. You would be surprised. It's just not big here. But I do talk to some overseas famabam on WhatsApp. A lot of people use it. They use it in the UK too. We're just not big into it here. Oh, that's cute. Taking his little son to school on the back of his little broom broom. Central Taparoa. Sorry to anyone that speaks Spanish. I'm just butchering your language and I sincerely apologize. Okay, well, if we could know what 83 is, should we look it up? Let's just look it up. 83. The phone plus 83 is not a country code, it is a part of the dialing codes for Brazil. Especially 83 is used in Paraíba state. All right, well that helps. Usually we don't like to cheat, but we can remember this for the future. Well, that must be PR, right? Or PB. Would that be PR or PB? State of Parana. State of Para. There we go. We got it. It's over here. Yes. We were 144 kilometers away. Well, we just learned. We just learned. I mean, we did cheat, but we weren't going to guess that. We weren't going to guess that. So it wasn't even Spanish. It was Portuguese. There you go. I can't believe I cheated at Geoguessr. I feel dirty. Next round. Oh, this feels like India. Where though? Goa? Could it be Goa? What's this road called? Bag 1 digital. This is in English. This might help up here. We don't overshoot it. No, I can't read it. Hello, Daigo. Xlol. Nice to see you. I just sounded like a villager from mine. I know it's India. We know it's India. We have worked that out. We're just trying to find out if we can narrow it down a bit. It's North India? Okay. That is helpful. Nope. Let's have a look. Julana. Why don't I play real Geoguessr? I don't know. I just clicked on this one because I felt like it. I usually do play real Geoguessr. I just clicked on this one because I just did. I just felt like a change, you know? Sometimes you just want to change. I'm just going to go here. I don't know. I got no idea. I'm on a 2-country streak. Amazing. Oh gosh, not again. This is going to actually be Spain again because I can't deal with this. Or do we have a flag? I think this is going to be important if we can get over here. Let me go this way. You won't, will you? Okay. Well, that sucks. Can we read this? Go back here. Ah, what am I doing? Help. Help. I've fallen and I can't get up. Alright. Oh, is there a URL on this truck? No. would be helpful though. What's inside this shop? Oh, the joys of hand spasms and rheumatoid arthritis, making me not be able to use a mouse properly. Please, just do what I want you to do. I'm spying on the poor bloke. Corona beer, do you reckon it's Mexico? I mean, it's not like Mexico's the only place where they have Coronas. I drink Coronas. If they're on special, I buy them. Oh, bugger off, would you? Sorry guys, I actually cannot command a mouse right now for some reason. It does happen. Corona, Kodak, they still use film. That's cute. We do like that. It might be an old photo, but it does seem like they use film. Where's the... Oh, we overshot the bloke on the fence. I want to have a look at him. He's wearing a cowboy hat. I enjoy that. He's running for some type of election. Putla Villa, District 7. Do you have any more? Verde? It says Verde on the sign. Salsa verde is the stuff you put on your like burrito or taco or something sometimes, right? Maybe it is Mexico. You know what? I'm gonna lock it in. I don't know where District 7 is, but we're gonna go Mexico. And it was Mexico. We just chose the wrong part of Mexico, but that's okay. We suck, and that's all right. Sometimes it's okay to be a little bit special inside your head, as long as you're nice inside your heart. That is the main thing. Lafayette. That's I want to say that's New Orleans. What's it called? Where New Orleans is Louisiana. I want to say Louisiana. It says Lafayette. I feel like that's like kind of like Cajun vibes. Am I crazy? There's a sign up here, so we should be able to go here. Paris. A place called Paris. Place called Paris in America. But of course, why not? We're on Broadway Street. I mean, they've got St. Peter's and everything else. Why wouldn't they have? They've got an Athens. Alright, let's see what we can find. I don't know where Paris in America is. Sorry, that doesn't help. Maybe the street's just called Lafayette and it has nothing to do with that. We have been tricked before by Pacific Road or whatever it was, Pacific Highway in Minnesota, which is not along the Pacific, and it tricked us, and we don't like that. It's mean and it's not fair. Highway 24, Madison. The bridges of Madison County in Wisconsin. I know that. Wisconsin. how do you say it? I can't say it. So that is the Midwest, I think. Wisconsin. Where are you, Wisconsin? Where do you live? Kansas, Nebraska, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. It's not near there. Wisconsin. Madison. Where's Madison? Madison, the bridges of Madison County. Where are you? Madison is close enough, right? Wisconsin. Oh, Madison, here. Nope. It was in Missouri. You think it's on Missouri, to be honest? Well, yeah, I don't know. Why are there so many places in America? I don't know. Oh, we've got Cyrillics. Got a dirt road. Is this... mountains. Okay. What does this say? Oh, that's a flag. Okay. Can we get closer so I can read what's going on? Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to do something. Would you mind? Okay, this looks scary. I think we're in like the former Yugoslavian area, maybe. These countries. This general area, I think. Maybe. It's not Albania. It's not Greece. Montenegro, Kosovo, Bosnia. I should learn these flags. Would help me a lot. Romania. Serbia. That is Kazakhstan. Well, there you go. We're going up to the Russian republics. Kazakhstan. Round over. All right, guys. Well, it is late and I have to go to work tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.